history. Today we'll be taking an ever-widening look at yet another chapter in the heavy book we call history, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted capsules and title of History Wizard. I'm your beloved host, the Professor. Thank you.
Great, yes, this is great.
Yes. Clap.
Don't tell people to clap for you.
Clap some more, please. Yay. Hooray for me. Ryan Bergara, are you ready?
I'm great.
I didn't ask how you were. I said, are you ready?
I think that could be insinuated that would be how am I. It's been a while since we've seen each other, so I just figured, fine, fuck it. Yes, I'm great. Let's go.
Okay, good. Special guest Aria Inthavong, are you ready?
I am ready. Thank you so much for It's a pleasure to finally meet you properly.
Likewise.
That's right, because you only met the bad guy, the
I
nasty man.
wasted those green M&Ms on him.
Green what now?
I'll show you.
He's talking about his perverted M&Ms.
They're not mine. I don't want to take credit for the art.
You want to take credit?
Well, I didn't make them. It's not,
Well, it sounds like you guys are ready to learn, so let's crack in! Oh, God. Oh, it's so nice to be back.
How long has it been since we've been in class?
I don't...
That's what you call this, right, class?
I feel like time's a little mushy these days, right?
Yeah, a little bit,
My brain ain't what it used to be. Aria, how you been?
I've been fantastic,
It's so nice
Professor.
to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I feel like I was really cheated of my prior experience, and so I'm glad to have this opportunity, and I hope that we forge as good of a connection as I did with, your predecessor.
I think we're forging one right now.
That's good.
Well, our subject today is best known in math spheres, but as we'll see, squared, it's hard to zero in on exactly what his angle was.
It's like I'm back in high school. Yes. My math teacher actually did do a lot of math puns.
Those are about as good as the math jokes you're gonna get today, folks. Whoa! Oh my God! Now, I know we don't usually start with a quiz, but I've got a doozy of a problem, and I need your help.
Pop quiz.
My friend is standing at one corner of a park that's 3 blocks wide and 4 blocks long. He wants to go to the opposite corner. How far would he have to travel if he walked diagonally across the park? Unfortunately, this isn't multiple choice. Show your work for partial credit.
Wait, so 3 blocks wide.
That's right.
God, I fucking hate this.
No, come on.
Wait.
Got it. You got to figure out that hypotenuse. You know that? Hypotenuse.
Oh, fuck, what was the formula for hypotenuse?
You know hypotenuse?
Shut up.
What? You don't tell me to shut up. Figure out that hypotenuse.
There was a formula for the hypotenuse. God, I remember one time I got so frustrated I couldn't get a math problem that I threw my book at a wall so hard it almost made a dent, and then I got really scared.
You got that rage in you.
No, when I couldn't solve math problems, I would get so frustrated that I'd start to cry.
Oh, well, that's really sad.
And now,
come on, let's get those tears.
I don't know how to do this. I took everything I learned in honors and threw it out the fucking window, just like I did your pal.
Fuck that guy.
You're not him, right?
No.
Could I touch you?
Yeah. Give me a little chin scratch.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Are we locked in?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Ryan, what do you got?
I got H.
Well, no, we're
solving for H.
Yeah, I guess technically you're right.
And I've
for
solved
H.
it. It's H.
Okay. How about you, Aria? What do you
I've got 25.
Oh?
How did you do that?
No, you're well.
Is that correct? I thought it was a squared plus b squared equals
Wait, you're close.
something, no?
Dude, you're so close. A squared plus b squared equals
25 squared?
No.
What the fuck? How does that help you, though?
So if c squared equals 25.
25.
Yes!
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 Wait, where did you get the 25?
Jelly bean for Aria!
I added these two.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That was the formula. I couldn't remember it.
That's math.
Wow.
The answer is 5 blocks. Yes, sir. Like I always say, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The formula to determine the hypotenuse of a right triangle. It's a stone-cold classic in the math world known as the Pythagorean theorem, named for today's subject, Pythagoras. Now don't worry, that's the extent of the actual calculating we'll be doing today. This show isn't called Puppet Mathematics, and that's because 1, no one would watch, and 7, I'm extremely bad with numbers. Well, let's get into it. Now, Pythagoras was born to a gem engraver and a wealthy heiress around 570 BCE in Samos, a city on a Greek island that's a mere mile off the coast of Turkey. When Pythagoras' mom was pregnant, his parents took their baby moon to that time-worn tourist trap, the Oracle at Delphi. There, the Oracle reportedly told the couple their kid would not just be beautiful, but smart too, and would benefit all of humanity. Honestly, if this isn't what the Oracle was telling every knocked-up lady knocking up on her door, she didn't understand what business she was in.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'd be very wary of a psychic who told me nothing but good things. If a psychic told me a bunch of devastating things, then I'd be like, that person is good. Have you ever been to a psychic?
I have. Well, I spent some time with, reportedly, Romania's most powerful witch.
What did she tell you?
They told me I had to be careful with my next few steps in Romania because a dark abyss could be awaiting me.
What if this is the dark abyss?
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Pythagoras' early learning was a who's who of pre-Socratic philosophers. We're talking Pherecydes of Syros. We're talking Anaximander. We're talking count 'em, two of the 7 sages. Now, eventually, Pythagoras reached the bounds of what his ancient Greece knew. So, he packed up his books and left Samos in 535 BCE, seeking more intellectually curious horizons, like maybe Babylonia, maybe Phoenicia, but definitely Egypt. They had probably a lot to learn in Egypt.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful country.
They seem like they know math there. They got those beautiful, beautiful buildings.
Those pyramids, baby.
Pyramids, that's the word.
I saw those bad boys in person. My wife's half Egyptian, so we went to go visit her family over in Egypt. I don't know if I learned anything there that's going to be useful today, but
you never know.
But I did climb some of those pyramids. Like the part you can.
Now, you said you also stole some relics, right? From the inside of the pyramids? Is that what you did?
No.
Oh.
You would never want to steal anything anyway. You would,
An ancient curse.
It was a curse.
Yes. Now, in Egypt, Pythagoras had a type of access no other foreigner had ever known. Ooh, what was that? A, admission to the pyramids. B, admission to the priesthood. Or C, admission to the pharaoh's court.
I put C, the court. That sounds important.
The pharaoh's court.
Likewise.
Nice.
See dogs, the first sea dogs of the season. Bark and clap like seals, or are they seals that were? Is that what they are?
Hey man, this is your bit. I have no idea.
Oh, man, that was so fun. Well, points to neither of you.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Well, if you want knowledge, you need access to nerds. And in ancient times, it didn't get nerdier than priests. After all, they could read and write, and that alone made them basically the smartest people on the planet. Plus, Pythagoras was most interested in gaining spiritual wisdom, having always been fascinated by religious phenomena. In Egypt, though tourists could visit and watch discussions, you couldn't actually learn what the priests knew unless you were Egyptian. When Pythagoras took his semester abroad, however, Samos and Egypt happened to have strong ties. Polycrates, the dictator running shit in Samos at the time, wrote a letter of recommendation for Pythagoras, basically saying, let this weird young man do what he wants. And that worked! Pythagoras completed the rigorous temple rites required and was the only foreigner admitted to the priesthood, learning the foundations of mathematics, geometry, and metempsychosis, which is basically reincarnation. Listen, even math majors need to take electives, you know what I'm saying?
Very good. Do you have any insights into what that was?
I mean, it happened to me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
You came back larger. You basically just came back reincarnated as
bigger than before.
as you, though. Yeah. I wish that would happen to me.
How big you want to be?
If I could just be over 6 feet, that'd be sick. Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be great for your Duncan.
It'd be great for my dunking.
Yeah.
Well, around 525 BCE, 10 years after leaving home, Pythagoras was done learning with the Egyptian priests. Another question. Wow, it's such a day for questions.
So many questions.
Why was he done learning with the Egyptian priests? A, that reincarnation business. B, he'd literally learned everything they had to teach him in 3 years. Or C, Egypt got invaded and Pythagoras was taken as a prisoner of war.
No, this is a show where people go off on zany little adventures. What's the most zany starting point here?
See, this is your experience coming in hand here.
He's reading the room.
I'm gonna go with that.
He's going, don't, Aria.
Aria,
I
admiring
saw
his
that.
tattoo. I was looking at his tattoo.
He was.
Aria.
Great tattoo.
You weren't looking at his tattoo.
I
He
was
was
looking at
looking
it.
at it.
No, you were looking at
trees.
his answer, you nasty boy.
I would never.
Are we locked in?
Yes, we're locked.
No, one of your answers, Ryan.
I put C and I spelled kidnap with a C. I think that just is like the best way for chaos in this story.
Okay, Aria, how
I
about you?
put B.
I was thinking B too. Yeah. Wow, your B really looks like started as a C. Is that how you always start a B?
Yeah,
And
well,
right
I'm
in
just
your-
excited to be here.
What's going on with this little eyelash you have
Yeah,
at the front there?
It's a B.
it's a B for he learned everything they needed to teach him.
That seems
Interesting.
3 years.
remember
3
that.
years.
I didn't even know that was.
3 years, that's a long time, I guess.
You didn't know what the answer
I
was?
forgot.
Okay.
This is going great.
Well, that's going to be a little jelly bean for Beef Boy.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure those are super meaningful.
Yes, in 525 BCE, Egypt was invaded by this Persian guy, Cambyses. Being an Egyptian priest at the time, Pythagoras was taken as a prisoner of war to Babylon. But like someone getting their PhD in prison, Pythagoras kept studying. This time, his instructors were the Zoroastrian Magi priests. Ooh. If Egypt was Pythagoras' high school, Babylon was college. He gained more spiritual knowledge and learned the philosophy of ideas themselves. On top of that, he mastered basically everything there was to learn about arithmetic, geometry, and music. Eventually, Pythagoras learned so much that his teacher granted him his freedom. In 520 BCE, with a brain full of foreign knowledge, Pythagoras graduated prison and returned to Greece.
You graduate from prison?
I mean, in this case, they granted him freedom because he learned so much.
Was he like super jacked after he left prison?
I bet he was really putting up those numbers, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Jacked in body and mind.
Well, I guess, you know, when you're doing your reps and your sets, that's numbers, right?
Yes.
That's
Counting, that's math.
that is true. Macros?
Macros!
Yes.
That guy was probably good.
He didn't need an app.
Yeah, no, dude, that dude was doing it up here.
But our guy still wasn't done learning. Back in Greece, he was initiated into the Eleusinian Mysteries. Ooh. Now, the Eleusinian Mysteries involved a 9-day ceremony featuring purification rituals, animal sacrifices, drinking strange substances, witnessing terrifying things, 2 14-mile treks, and a vow to never tell anyone the mysteries, punishable by death. As a result, perhaps it's no surprise that scholars are still speculating about what the secrets actually were. But whatever initiates saw, it apparently completely shocked and transformed them, with many saying they lost their fear of death. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shitty fraternity.
You were in a frat, right?
I was in one for half a semester.
Wow. Whoa.
It was my last semester of college, and I was like, you know what would be funny? Doing this. And it was funny.
What unspeakable horrors would you guys have to witness to lose your fear of death?
I once shared.
I gotta say, it's alarming that this is so locked and loaded for you, but
Well,
please
I was
go
just
on.
thinking of horrifying images, and one time
Yeah.
my friend Shane Madej requested that I send him some custom art of the professor, and
No. Is that so?
Well, do you guys want to see it? I feel like everyone wants to see it, right?
I don't know if people want
You
to.
hear all the people saying, yeah, we want to see. All right, let's look at some.
All right, let's take a peek.
Where's my phone?
Can I please see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, is this real?
Yep.
Showing that to Shane is pretty messed up. That's like showing Ryan Paddington doing a goatsy.
Don't bring Paddington into this, okay?
Okay, well, I think it's time to move on from that. Now, one of the foremost scholars on established religion, not to mention mathematics, there was really only one thing left for Pythagoras to do. Oh, what? A, start his own religion. B, write a book denouncing God. Or C, become an intermediary between the region's religious leaders.
C is very specific, which makes me feel like it must be C.
Are we locked in?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, what do you got?
C, religion, dude.
Religion,
He's joining them all.
intermediary. Okay. And Aria, how about you?
I went with A. He started a religion. I wrote religion boy,
Nice.
and I made a little logo for his religion there.
A nice little triangle.
Yes, yes.
Because he loves triangles.
That's exactly why.
Well, that's going to be a jelly bean for Aria.
Yay.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, I'll clap for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Congrats.
Why don't we clap together?
That's a fun noise.
That's really cool, you guys.
That's kind of what the noise sounded like that I was hearing in my head when I saw the professor image.
okay, okay.
A lot wetter in my mind.
Well, let's please move on. As a point to Aria, he started his own religion. So, Pythagoras moved back home to Samos, where he started a school called the Semicircle. Now, these days, we know something called the semicircle. Has wellness MLM bullshit stamped all over it, which is more or less a nice way of saying cult. But the semicircle was basically a warm-up for what was to come. a place where Pythagoras refined his core philosophical principles. At age 60, Pythagoras left the semicircle and moved to the Greek colony of Croton. There he found the place populated with a bunch of sad sack losers. See, they had just lost the Battle of the Sagra River, and they were questioning a lot of their decisions. Being a charismatic and skilled public speaker, Pythagoras was able to give some meaning and explanation to the Crotonian misfortunes, basically the exact way people have been starting cults for millennia. Pythagoras quickly gained over 1,000 excited followers who called themselves Pythagoreans. Soon, Pythagorean groups started popping up in neighboring towns.
It's kind of a weak name.
Starting a movement.
Pythagoreans.
So what, pray tell, was Pythagoras telling these poor Crotons? Well, to start, like most cults, Pythagoreans believed their leader was a divine prophet. Pythagoras had reportedly traveled to the underworld. His thigh was made of gold.
What?
He'd had a conversation with a river, and of course, he could predict the future.
His thigh was made, just one thigh?
He had a golden thigh.
Wow.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
Do
we
you have
all
any
love
images
to
of
see
that on your
that.
phone?
I can get that.
Another hallmark of cults adopted by the Pythagoreans was their crappy little attitudes, a kind of naive smugness wherein they felt they knew the secrets of the universe, and anyone who wasn't yet up on the path of Pythag was pathetic.
That's good.
The public accused the Pythagoreans of treating one another as gods, and everyone else as beasts.
This is typical cult behavior and mentality, though, right?
Yeah. Pythagoreans were obsessed with purity and purification, and they believed everything in the universe was made up of numbers, but only positive numbers, as negative numbers were blasphemy. Zero as a concept hadn't yet made its way from India to Greece, but Pythagoras probably wouldn't have been too fond of it, as he supposedly murdered his student Hippias when the guy discovered irrational numbers.
That's an irrational response. Is that true?
Allegedly, yeah.
Because you said supposedly 2 times.
It's supposedly. Here's the thing. He was clearly a guy with a mixed reputation.
I see.
And sometimes when you go around making people angry, they make up stories about you. I mean, but this guy is pretty comfortable with telling people he's God.
Yeah.
You know?
So why wouldn't he be comfortable with killing people? Because
Right.
God loves doing that.
Yeah, it's his favorite pastime.
It actually is.
Tragic but true.
That's a crazy thing to say. Who's the greatest serial killer of all time?
God, baby.
God.
Yeah. He even killed all the serial killers. Other Pythagoreans, however, were able to make serious mathematical advancements and live to tell the tale. For instance, Pythagoras' wife, Theano of Croton, contributed to the theorem of the golden mean and the golden rectangle, and her work is still in use today. Oh.
He didn't seem like the married type.
Especially these cult leaders. You think?
I mean,
yeah.
He seems like the guy who might marry
Several.
20 people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You want to see the golden rectangle?
Once again, this is actually a golden rectangle.
There it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I guess we can horny it up for Aria if you want to. There you go. You like that?
I might send this in my group chat.
He just crossed his legs.
There you go. And of course, there's all those A squares, B squares, and C squares. Now, in actuality, Pythagoras wasn't the one who first discovered the theorem that bears his name. It was known in Babylonia and India centuries before his birth, though Pythagoras was the one who brought it to the ancient Greek world, and the Pythagoreans loved him for it.
So he stole it.
Thief.
He stole it.
Stole it from the Asians.
Yeah,
Piece
he
of
did.
shit.
And then he put his name on top of it. Was this guy a white guy?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Typical.
yeah.
Typical. Unbelievable.
The Pythagoreans also loved music, since music is basically just math you can hear, and felt that it could heal the soul. Perhaps the only belief of the Pythagoreans that still gets mainstream radio play today. Pythagoreans also believed in reincarnation, and speaking as a back-from-the-dead puppet, there might actually be something to this. Now, Pythagoras could reportedly remember all of his past lives, and unlike many religions with reincarnation, your actions in this life didn't really affect what mortal coil you were assigned to in the next go-around.
This is ideal. I'm just saying, because I mean, assuming there is a holier spirit above us, I don't know if they really approve. The Buddha. I don't know how the Buddha feels about my.
Why'd you point at Brendon?
my phone's over there. Well, the Buddha was also a very loving person, so
He looked like a loving, happy guy.
Yeah. So I think the Buddha would approve. The Old Testament God, probably not a fan of that art.
Well, now, if you want an example of this reincarnation, the Greek philosopher Xenophanes reported a story about Pythagoras coming across, brace yourselves, this is a bit intense, a puppy being beaten. Oh! So what did Pythagoras do?
Oh no.
Oh, God.
A, he stopped the beating. B, he proposed they put the puppy on trial. Or C, he waited until the puppy was dead and then murdered the beaters.
Well, C would make no sense at all. All right.
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
I'm lucky.
Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna put A, he stopped the beating, just because
stopped the beating.
I'd like that to happen.
Yeah.
Don't beat a puppy.
Yeah.
I would have liked that to be the case, but I also like the idea of a puppy on trial. So I drew a picture of a puppy on trial.
That probably makes more sense because we're talking about reincarnation, so
Yeah,
he probably
there's
thinks
some
the
weird
puppies.
shit going on, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the puppy was on trial.
Well, you know I love a little drawing, so I'm gonna give you a jelly bean for a little picture there.
Thank you.
It's not even a good picture.
Hey.
Sorry.
Okay, now bear with me, but we're about to watch this play out through the magic of theater. And of course, trigger warning that a paper puppet is going to be beating a puppy, but we'll keep it off screen, okay? History's ugly. Don't blame me. I'll see you guys in just a second. Bye!
Why do you tell us there's a paper pup?
He doesn't want PETA on him, so he's
I see.
disclaimers.
I see. That makes sense.
Thwack, thwack. I'm beating up a dog. I'm a bad guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm beating up a dog. I guess I'm not proud of it, but I'm beating up a dog. Well, stop it right now! Oh, what? You got some morals or something that says a man can't wail on a defenseless puppy, huh? No. I know that puppy. Whoa! What? That puppy has my dead friend's soul in it. I'd recognize that yelp anywhere. Stop hitting my friend! Did I stutter, asshole? Step away from my dear friend trapped in that puppy's body, or we're gonna have a problem. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Yeesh.
So he stopped it.
He stopped it, but the professor neglected to mention the soul of the friend.
I think that was how he traps you. He's a trickster. He traps people.
Wow! Whoa, okay. Jelly bean for Ryan.
How many do I have now?
Score masters, what do we got?
3 million.
Okay, great. Yes, I mean, you want the reason for stepping in to be, this is a defenseless puppy, and not, I know that puppy. But in any case, a puppy saved is a puppy earned. Yay! Going somewhat hand in paw with reincarnation, Pythagoreans were devout vegetarians, which makes sense when you have a random chance of being born a fish in the next life. Making less sense, Pythagoreans also abstained from eating beans. Maybe it's because they believed beans contained the souls of the dead. Maybe Pythagoras thought beans looked like genitals. Or maybe they believed that since beans give you gas, it takes away the breath of life. We don't really know. What we do know, however, is that banning beans did not hamper the Pythagorean cult's popularity.
I could live without beans.
You could live without
I'm fine.
beans?
Me too.
When I go to Chipotle, I ask for no beans.
No beans?
Yeah, and I know this is a hard thing to say as a Mexican guy, but I just don't. I do like refried beans, but there's so few places that actually do refried beans well around here,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
yeah.
Why would I have to live without it? Because these people are telling me beans are bad?
Souls.
They thought they maybe contained souls.
Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot I missed that part.
Yeah.
Could you live without beans? I know you love jelly beans so much.
No, they're my full nutrition cycle. I eat them, I poop them, I
That's
eat
true.
them, I poop them, I eat them, I poop them.
What if these beans were confirmed to actually be the souls of your friends, though?
Then they'd be fine because I eat them, I poop them, I eat them, I poop them, I
That's
eat
fair,
them,
fair,
I
fair,
poop 'em.
fair.
Pretty good recycling
yeah,
system.
yeah.
So they're not going anywhere. They're just going on a fun little journey through my strange digestive tract.
Yeah.
God, if I had to go through that journey and I was in that bean over and over again, I'm just traveling through your intestines, that fucking blows. I'm not your friend.
It's kind of like a lazy river, but a stinky one.
Not quite.
At least 600 people would attend Pythagoras' evening lectures. Pythagoras established a daily routine of walks, lectures, and labor, and put restrictions on when members should have sex. We don't like that, right?
Sounds very culty.
A math man telling you can't, boink your doink or whatever.
Or, I mean, is he one of those weird guys that's like, I'm doing all the kissing around here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's probably
That's probably what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm crunching the numbers on this, and it says I am supposed to kiss your wife? Very interesting. You could double check my work, but you don't know math, huh?
Cult leaders are bad.
And still, Pythagoras gained more influence. Many followers came from the most famous and wealthy families in Croton. As more and more members joined his cult, Pythagoras started having more and more influence in local government. Policies that the Pythagoreans advocated for were soon adopted. This is all well and good, but always remember, when you start to accumulate power, it's smart to figure out who else wants that power, because they are probably pissed.
You know, I always wonder how the fuck did this many people follow this guy, and then now today has happened.
Oh boy.
And I get
Oh
it.
boy.
unfortunately.
He's going there, baby.
Political guy over here.
I'm just saying, it's kind
Politics.
of crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting excited.
Yeah. Yeah. In Kronos, that someone was a guy named Cylon. Now, Cylon was upset about the way this group of bean avoiders were hoarding influence, and rumors started going around that they planned to seize all power. Some even feared that they were conjuring against the public. The Pythagoreans, meanwhile, didn't quite help their case, refusing to shake hands with family members who weren't in the cult and printing up their own currency. Whoa, math bucks.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Cylon tried to join the group and sabotage it from within. Pretty swiftly, however, the Pythagoreans kicked him out, realizing he wasn't actually a believer. It's probably like eating beans or having sex. Maybe both.
Fucked up.
Maybe both at the same time.
Now that's the craziest thing you said all episode.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds nice. I've never had sex. So anyway, to get revenge, Cylon waited until Pythagoras and his followers were meeting at the house of a local Olympic athlete.
Those guys fuck.
No, those guys do fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You heard the stories about the Olympic Village?
Well, you spend, 4 years just eating vegetables and training every day. Once you're done with your event, you're probably like, let's get crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, sure, why not?
Fair enough.
Anyway, he waited till they were all meeting, and then he burned the place to the ground, hoping to kill not just Pythagoras, but most of his followers as well. Damn!
Whoa.
I guess sort of a red wedding situation.
Yeah, this is Cylon you're saying that did this?
Mr. Cylon.
That's a very villainous name, too.
Cylon.
But I mean,
Oh, is he the villain? That's the question.
I was about to say, he's trying to get rid of people who are trying to say no sex and no beans.
That's true, that's true.
No sex, no beans, no thanks.
I still can't get over the image of someone having sex while eating beans. Like if someone pulled out a bowl of beans.
Do you think it's with a spoon or just like sort of pouring the can into
I'm
their
just
mouth?
thinking of the scenario like, hold on a second, keep going. Let me pull out my bowl of beans. I think that would be a pretty big deterrent for me, personally.
Yeah?
Any eating, like there's no food, you shouldn't be eating while you're having sex.
Now, it's unclear how successful Cylon's plan was. Certainly, a lot of Pythagoreans died. But there are competing theories about what happened to the golden-thighed mathematician himself. Some believe he burned to death with his followers. Others believe Pythagoras survived the blaze, but all the cities he sought asylum in rejected him, so he basically had to kill himself. Another theory states that, during the fire, his followers formed a human bridge that allowed him to escape. Once safe, Pythagoras realized all his friends were now dead, so he killed himself. The Pythagoreans who survived the Inferno, however, came to believe a different story. Oh!
Ooh.
How did the Pythagoreans believe Pythagoras died? A. He was caught because he refused to cross a bean field. B. He learned the final sacred equation and his brain ruptured. Or C. You can't kill Pythagoras. Reincarnation, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys locked in?
Yes.
Okay, Ryan, what do you got?
C, can't be killed.
Can't be killed. That'd be crazy, man.
That'd be
That guy was
nuts.
still around.
He's still here.
What would he be like today?
I mean, there's a lot of people he'd be like today. Yeah, I could see him existing in this world, unfortunately, really.
Maybe he'd just be a coder, you know?
Sure.
Aria, what do you got?
I went C as well.
C?
He said, I can never die. He says, I can never die.
I love
That's
it.
his
Look at those
voice.
big
See it.
muscles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he has 2 biceps.
Oh.
That's crazy, dude. That guy has a set of ass cheeks on his arm.
Oh, it's just sea dogs, of course. Bark, bark.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, bark,
we're
bark,
gonna find
bark,
out via
bark.
the magic of theater. Bye.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, what's got you in such a hurry, stranger?
Oh, dear farmer. Some total D-bags just burned all of my cult friends alive, and they're coming after me as well.
Oh, that sounds like a rough day, brother. Bet your luck is turning around. Safety and freedom is just on that thar other side of this here field.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you for your help. I'll be on my... Wait a minute. Hey, farmer man, what kind of crop do you have in this field?
Huh. Guess you couldn't tell what being from the big city and all. Why, those are my prized fava beans. But don't worry about trampling them. I've got plenty. And you're in mortal danger.
And there's no other way to get out of here?
Well, only way to safety is through my bean patch. You gonna get moving?
I guess not. I guess I'll just wait here for death.
Well, suit yourself. I'll never understand you city slickers.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
I kind of respect that. Because
he's stuck
to his bullshit, at least to the end. Like, I'm not going to save myself because I don't want to even get into proximity of beans.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Crazy, huh? Maybe he gets points for that. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Give him a jelly bean. He'd love that.
Points for neither of you. You blew it. Yes, per the Pythagoreans, Pythagoras would rather die than trample beans. As one epitaph written after his death explained, "Whoa, whoa, whence, Pythagoras, this deep reverence for beans? Why did he fall in the midst of disciples? A bean field there was he durst not cross. Sooner than trample on it, he endured to be slain." R.I.P. to a real weirdo.
Well, so this is what his followers are saying happened, not what history is actually saying what happened.
History don't know.
History don't know.
History don't know in this case. Well, the cult of Pythagoras continued after Pythagoras' death, thanks in large part to Theano, Pythagoras' wife and a prolific philosopher in her own right. The school eventually split into two philosophical branches, the Akousmatikoi, who focused on the religious rituals and mystical aspects of Pythagoras' teachings, and the Mathematikoi, who focused on furthering the mathematical and scientific side of the cult. The sects survived on their own for a couple of centuries before being absorbed into other schools of philosophy.
I was just wondering, is there like a town that still exists where there's like a statue of this guy?
I mean, maybe. The Croton today, where it was, exists in the Calabrian region.
Cool.
I'm sure there's a statue of this guy somewhere.
I mean, he seems, prior to today, I thought he was a pretty revered figure.
That's what I thought.
For his impact.
Well, it seemed like enough people hated him that they tried to kill him and everyone who liked him.
Successfully, I might add. They didn't try, they killed him.
Maybe. Maybe he's just been reincarnated.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm him.
You are not him.
No.
Too many beans for you.
Yeah, that's right. You literally shit beans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he wouldn't like that at all. Well, today we remember Pythagoras because of a math formula. But, with apologies to geometry teachers everywhere, he might actually have more to teach our modern world about cults. Cults today operate the same way they did back in Pythagoras' day. A charismatic leader preys on the uninformed and the vulnerable, promising to solve very hard questions with very easy answers. Those answers, however, are always cheap platitudes meant to gain your trust. Be wary, unless the answer is c squared. Then it might actually be correct. That's the end of Pythagoras. And our tale. Yeah. Yeah, oh, wow, you don't have to clap. Keep clapping, keep clapping.
Rip, I guess?
Thank you. No, that's too kind. Thank you. I really need that.
We're clapping for you, right?
Yes. Well, that concludes our history lesson. I'm gonna go vibe with the tallies to see who ought to take home the coveted capsules and title of History Wizard. In the meantime, enjoy this performance from one of Pythagoras' precious triangles. Wow, whoa.
I forgot this is how he ends.
I'm so excited. Because I never got to see one last time.
That's right.
Because you got high, remember?
I have a vague recollection of that now, actually.
So that kind of ruined the day for me. Not you getting high, just me missing a performance. Were you okay after that?
No, but I was okay eventually, yeah, so.
Well, yeah, you're here now. That's all that matters. So you got your coffee?
I do have my coffee. I fixed it. I fucking killed him.
Yeah, you got through a window.
I beat the shit out of him first, though. You should have seen it.
Oh, I did see it. I saw it.
I really beat the shit out of him.
It was hard for me to watch because I thought, that's my friend in a way, you know?
I turned him into a puree with my fists.
I don't know how I feel about that, really.
I felt really good about it. It felt so good. Too good, even. I got a taste, and now I'm trying to find something to replace that feeling, and I can't. Ooh. Pretty indifferent puppet. His mouth.
Ever grab a greasy New York slice?
That's a triangle.
Roll for damage with quadruple sided dice.
That's a triangle.
Ever sniff yourself a smell of junk and cheese?
That's a triangle.
Take a trip to beat the pyramid again.
That's a triangle.
Just 3 lines and oh so fine. I am God's perfect shape. A pointy tippy top that so elegantly drops to an ass that goes for days. Equilateral.
That's a triangle.
Isosceles.
That's a triangle.
Scaly.
That's a triangle.
Right. Acute. Obtuse.
That was a triangle.
That's
a triangle.
Some watermelon topping with the juice.
That's a triangle.
Way to stand beneath the holy Christmas tree.
That's a triangle.
I put a little ding into a symphony.
That's a triangle.
I should say there's other shapes and they should have their shot. So let's be back to all the circles and squares and find out what they've got. A ball is spot atop a shitty head. A bullet hole that leaves you fully dead. A jelly donut that's been left out in the rain. A very hairy Grammy gunky shower drink. A post-it note that says bad news, you're gonna die. A rotten Wendy's burger patty full of flies. About the rocks that you've been given and forget. A tricky cracker that's been soaked to be my beer. I could go on, but let's be real. Well, I think we've seen enough. My geometric properties are awe-inspiring stuff. Equilateral. That's a triangle. Scaling. Right, acute, obtuse. They tried to kill Pythagoras, but here's the scoop, my guy. Their heinous act was all for naught because math will never die. 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 Math will never die.
That was delightful for 3/4 of it.
Yeah, I guess the last quarter was like the musical equivalent of just taking knees.
Wow, what a geometrical performance. I don't know what other adjective to say there. Oh, and get a load of this, guys. After vibing with the scores for a little bit, it's been decided that you're both actually the history wizard, even though you know in your heart whether you won or lost. And as I stated at the beginning, you now win the coveted capsules thanks to our corporate sponsor, Forget It All. Come get your pills.
I'm a little wary of taking anything from you,
Come on.
but
Take
you
your
are the
pills.
good version of you now.
There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. What's the caloric count? 245 calories?
Don't worry about it.
245 calories per capsule? That's crazy. That's a meaty capsule. Holy shit.
This is coming from the top. They're our corporate sponsor this season, and we're just getting them out there, flooding the public.
Forget it all. The once daily brain pill. This surely has nothing wrong with it.
It is FDA approved.
And I also like that they included the chemical formula up front to make it seem like scientists worked on
Oh,
this.
yes, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
Oh, this has been fun. Season 7, baby. We're off to a great start. Aria, thank you so much for being here. Ryan, thank you for being a friend. And to all you folks at home, thanks for watching Puppet History, where the details are always a little, they're fuzzy. The details are fuzzy. They're getting fuzzy. That was good.
That was another banger.
We're back.
I gotta say, you've been on it since you've come back from the Dino time.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yeah, everything's been running real smoothly. That deadbeat producer Shane finally hired some decent help. You see that Dr. Spratt over there? Oh, he's so good to those poor wayward souls. Look at him go.
You were terrific. Trust me, no one loves triangles more than me, and you're one of the greats.
Oh.
Is this going to take long? I wanted to try In-N-Out before my flight.
Oh, In-N-Out's exactly what I was thinking, actually. If you'll just step this way, we can get you all squared away. Yeah, that's my... Sorry, it's a little geometry joke. Right this way.
Funny guy. This is incredible, man. The guests are taken care of, the ads are taken care of. Though, wasn't there something in between seasons? I feel like there was some kind of drama or something that happened,
Drama?
Drama.
I'm ready for the almost time for your speech. Where are you going?
Oh, yeah, I know. Just going to get some fresh air. God, these rap parties are going to be the death of me.
Professor! Hope you don't mind me interrupting your moment of zen.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Dr. Spratt from the Department of Puppet Safety. They brought me on to make sure there aren't any hitches in the giddy-up for the song Puppets next season. But really, anything you need, I'm here for you. And my right-hand man, Elmer Walter Williams, is taking care of brand relationships.
What, that caddish horse who's always trying to marry Dorothy Ruth?
Yes, the very same. He seemed eager for work. A little too eager, if you ask me. Frankly, it was borderline suspicious. But, hey, maybe he just wants to be closer to Dorothy Ruth. Can you blame him?
Yeah, she's a total babe. Look, it looks like estranged producer Shane Madej wants to have a clandestine little chat with me, so I gotta get going. But hey, it was really nice meeting you. I'm sure we'll catch up at the party and all that, all right?
Okay, yes, nice meeting you. Nice guy. Really nice guy.
Who goes there?
It's me, sir. The professor.
Oh, Connie. Come in. Sit, my dear boy. What?
Okay.
Now, what brings you to pay a visit to an old chunk of gold like me?
You literally just texted me and said you wanted to talk.
A likely story.
Are you all right, man? You look kind of withered.
Well, time takes its toll on all of us, I suppose. I'm 38 now, Connie. I sense the shadowy tendrils of death clawing around every corner. The clicking of cogs. The knitting of my doom.
Okay. Hey, what happened to your eye?
Oh, I got some lemon juice in it. I was making a chicken piccata.
Oh, yummy!
Yes, very good. I hope you know, Connie, that I'm very proud of you. I've always thought of you like a son.
That's cool. Canonically, this is the first time we've ever met. You know that, right?
No, I think this is the second, actually.
No, the first time there was an evil hologram.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go give my speech. Hey, why don't you come out and mingle at the party? I'm sure folks would love to see you.
Oh, no, you know me. I'm a stranger to frivolity. I much prefer to sit here and be weird alone. I'll leave the festivities to you. I just wanted to say, be careful. Keep your little blue wits about you. I fear there are treacherous forces at play.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Well, that's it for me. I'm going to head down a dark alleyway to my carriage and call it a night. It was lovely to see you. Congrats on another wonderful season.
Thank you, good chat.
All right, all you weird, wild freaks, put those little nasty paws together for the professor.
Late to the speech at my own rap party. That's embarrassing. Hey, everybody. Welcome, one and all. I'm just kidding. Hey, let's all raise a glass to the best, most drama-free season yet. Season 6. Let's hear it, everybody. And may season 7 be even more drama-free.
Boys? Hello, boys.
What's happening?
Boys,
Yep.
Caught you dreaming, did I?
I guess so. Hey there, Elmer Walter William.
Yeah, those fine folks over at Forget It All sent you some free product. You want some? It's really great.
There you go, buddy.
No side effects, just operating on a higher plane, you know? Easy living. It's like they say, all natural, because you deserve it.
I guess if we're handing out bottles of this stuff as prizes this season, we might as well take a little sample, right?
Buddy, you had me when you gave me a random pill to swallow.
Well, you know me. I can't say no to anything roughly jelly bean sized.
Down the hatch.
Well, I'm off. Business to clop to.
Oh, you still chasing after Dorothy Ruth over there?
What can I say? You can't keep a good man or a good horse down.
One day she'll take my hand in marriage, God willing.
Don't you mean hoof in marriage?
Very good, very good. Bye-bye, boys.
There's a hook, because he's got hooves. Or hooves, like hooves, hooves. Hey, you know, maybe it's the Forget It All talking, but that horse is all right, man.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Oh, man, we're going to have a great season 6.
Season 7. It's season 7.
Yeah, season 7. That's why, yeah.
God damn, this Forget It All rips.
Just this way, Mr. Triangle.
What did you say your name was again?
I'm Dr. Spratt, Department of Puppet Safety. I'm here to assist with your retirement.
Oh, right, my retirement. Because time, space, and the entire universe come unraveled by my volatile existence.
Yes, that about sums it up, I'm afraid.
Retirement process engaged. Igniting molecules with 1,000 tiny lasers.
Is this going to hurt?
Not at all, old friend. Just picture fields and fields of gentle, flowing golden wheat.
Killing puppet until it is dead. Approaching smithereen threshold. Delivery to purgatory complete. Cheers, love.
Itching for more puppet history? Well, head on over to Watcher TV for an extended cut and to watch all episodes a month early.